We're here with Alexyz, one of the most prominent cartoonists of Goa, and he's graciously accepted to answer a few questions. So, Alexyz, let's start off by, could you just share the story of how you first discovered your passion for cartooning?
Oh, I love cartooning because it reaches out to people and I love people. That's one of the major reasons, but my cartoons basically are to create awareness of what's happening in Goa. That's what I've been always doing and I love doing that.
Have there been any pivotal moments in your career that shaped your artistic journey?
Well, I'm a product of St. Xavier's College, Bombay, and that was a turning point in my life actually because what I experienced as a student in St. Xavier's College, visiting the remotest of areas in India, is what shaped me, knowing what the people of India went through. Basically, I found that India is not what we live in the towns and the cities. It is what India is really in the villages, and it's not a very pleasant occasion or a very pleasant sight to be. So these are factors that shaped my career as a cartoonist. I wanted to bring awareness to as many people as possible through my work.
Okay. Could you take us through your creative process? Like, how do you conceptualize it, and how do you finalize? Like,
So basically, it is your passion for the work, so it doesn't take too long. I look at a situation, I read the newspapers, and I take off from there. So normally, whatever cartoons I do, they always make a statement. Cartoons are not plain humor, they are not fun. People think cartoons are something very funny, but they are not funny. If they are not making a statement, then they are not a cartoon. Basically, I'm a political cartoonist, and if it doesn't make a statement, then it's not a cartoon in any sense of the word.
okay. You started out with traditional tools like pen, paper, and maybe color. So, have you tried out the new digital mediums to portray your cartoons?
No. Frankly speaking, I don't like digital art so much, basically because uh, it, 50% of the art is not your own. It is more digitalized, and you can play around with it. Of course, if you are very good at it, then you can manipulate, you can connive, you can do whatever with your art. But I prefer a very down-to-earth cartoon, which is yours basically, and nothing but yours. Pen and paper. That's the best medium I have, and the best medium I'll always use as much as possible. No digitalized cartooning for me. Never.
Okay. Being from Goa, are there any specific Goan traditions or issues that you find compelled to illustrate?
Well, I love anything that is Goa, anything that is basic Goa, anything that is down to earth Goa. Problems that Goans face actually, basically with the environment. Today, the most tragic problem we have is Goa is slowly turning into a monstrous place like any other city anywhere in the world. Goa is no longer Goa. You go into a train going to Bombay or going out of Bombay or coming into Goa, you see more of non-Goans than Goans. You don't feel you're going to Goa and you don't feel you're going out of Goa because the majority of the people you're traveling with are not Goans at all. So where is the Goa that we knew? Where is Goa gone?
Okay. As you mentioned, you're a political cartoonist. How do you balance the humor and social commentary?
Well, you need to balance it. It's very important that you put little humor into your political cartoon. That is what the reader wants actually. And it's a very tough balancing act actually. But once you get into the mode of doing this type of cartoons, it comes easily to you. Initially, I think it's a little difficult. But over the years, over the time, you study the art of doing a political cartoon, throwing a little humor in there.
We've had two very famous cartoonists. One is you, and one is Mario Miranda, but nobody after that. So, do you have any cartoonists who you feel that Goa should look at more often?
Unfortunately, there is no Goan artist in Goa who's doing any work that you think I can't. There are guys who are outside Goa, Billy Toons, and the guy who's doing work for Herald Udar. They are not based in Goa to get the feel of Goa. To get the feel of Goa, you have to be in Goa. They are doing good work, no doubt, and they are good friends of mine. I wish they were based in Goa. But today you can't do cartoons in Goa because the situation is not the same. No newspaper allows you, gives you the freedom to do a cartoon that you could have done maybe, not with all the papers, maybe one or two papers allowed you that freedom, but now it's no longer there because newspapers are politicized, they are being run by industrialists, they are run by businessmen. And a newspaper it doesn't actually belong to committed people, and it's happening all over India. Actually, it's a very sad situation we are in, especially for cartoonists. I don't think you can get a good cartoonist now with the freedom that you would want to do any cartoon. Cartooning is no longer fun. It's a very sad situation. Very, very sad situation.
Do you have any favorite character or a cartoon that you've created?
Yeah, I had my two characters, one was Bappa and one was João. João was my father actually, and Bappa was a character from my village in Seolim. One was a Catholic, one was a Hindu, and I wanted to bring in this harmony between the two communities, and that was very important. And especially now in these times, it is very, very important that we try to have a harmony between all the communities, and that is being very sadly at stake now.
Is there any advice that you would give aspiring cartoonists?
I think the social media is the only platform where you can do whatever you want to do. The newspaper is out of the question. So go ahead. If you can't work for the newspapers, you work in the social media and you say what you have to say.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Last question. How would you like your work to be remembered in the future?
Well, that's up to the people. I don't wish that people should remember me. If they remember me, that I'm happy with it. If they don't remember me, that's fine. Because anyway, after another 20, 30 years, people will forget you. It's only a momentary thing that people remember you for some time. The next generation will forget you. It doesn't bother me now. What bothers me, it doesn't bother me really, but it's the present now. What you can do now and whatever you can create now is the important factor that I look at. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Alexyz.
You very
Yeah.
good.